Back with more Angel. This is episode 9 of season 2. Very excited to carry on with the season, see what's going to happen next. Last episode was the Shroud of Ramon or Raymond or something like that. Not, my favourite episode by any means, but it wasn't bad. And yeah, I'm intrigued as to where we're going to take things next. Because it's kind of a mini Angel binge for this next Buffyverse cycle. It's got 3 Angel episodes to do now, so I'm excited to dive back in. It's been a little while since I've watched it. And I'm really liking what they're doing with this season so far. With the whole Darla stuff, I think is quite interesting, and Wolfram and Hart causing a bit of trouble, and having this hotel as their new base, having Gunn play a larger role in the team as well. Really liking the direction it's headed with this season, so I'm looking forward to, getting further into it, because we're quite close to the halfway mark of the season, so I'm excited. And without further ado, let's get into the next one.
And I thought you were going to be a man and talk to him about this.
I wasn't. I said things.
Like what?
Like, did he prefer milk or sugar in his tea? It's how men talk about things in England.
Shh.
Milk and sugar.
There's nothing I can do but let go. I found Darla. It wasn't easy, but you gotta keep looking at my wife.
I thought it was going to be you. Have you had a haircut?
You're a hard one to find.
We didn't invite you here to discuss Angel.
This is about you.
You're not our prisoner, Darla.
Oh.
Did you know anything about this?
About
We're
what?
prepared to deal with the situation any way you see fit. It's up to you. We just thought you should know.
Know what? Oh, hello.
Come now, you have to admit the chase can be exhilarating. Especially with the proper companion.
Well, oh, hello.
That's great. Really, you've never considered making yourself a mate.
How do you mean?
She wants to find someone to turn her.
Some vampire.
Oh!
Why can't you leave me alone?
You do this thing, I won't be able to leave you alone. Don't you get that? I'll never be able to leave you alone. Don't throw that away before you have the opportunity.
I'm dying.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not some time. I've got about 2 months left, 3 at the most. So if you'll excuse me, I'm in sort of a hurry.
That's a problem, I'll admit.
We can go out with a reputation. Even death with the right companion.
Oh.
I hope you survive this, Angel. If you do, maybe we'll meet again in Vienna.
Oh my. I wonder if he'll die.
But we're not going to take the bait.
No, you just don't want to believe it, that's all.
I don't want to believe anything.
She was dying when she got turned, so...
Can't really. I'll be back soon. Of course.
Don't worry about a thing.
Don't worry
Force me to stay here.
You're not a prisoner.
about a thing.
We will hit you
On the head.
with very large and heavy objects.
Wipe your feet, you can come in.
Yeah, he'll want to help Darla however he can.
Jason, I invited you in already.
He's got a bit of a crush.
Syphilitic heart condition. Terminal. Looks like our Darla was a working girl in the new world.
Look at you. A few short months with her and you go all schoolboy. I was with her for 150 years.
And you're no better, to be honest.
But I'd save her if I could. You can, and you won't. So you got a choice, pal.
Ow.
If I turned her, how long do you think it would be before she hunted you down and had you for breakfast?
Yeah, that's also true.
Gotta say, I mean, that
She'd
thought
lose her
alone
soul,
was
wouldn't she?
worth it.
Ugh.
But there's another way, and I'll find it.
It's an interesting dilemma.
Good news?
If you don't like Darla, then yeah, great news.
I need a little help.
Oh my god, no. There's a lot of, style and class compared to the other performances we've seen. What song would you sing if you had to? Let me know.
Aren't you supposed to be reading her? I'm a channel surfer. Look.
What is it?
It's where we find out if you're really ready to take the plunge.
Angel, some green-faced horned lounge singer asks you to do something and you just do it?
He's very charismatic. I mean...
I'm either coming back with a cure, or you're about to see something kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be funny. Okay.
Should you complete all 3 trials, she will be made whole. What happens
You
if
can make
trials?
me whole
She
again.
dies instantly.
Oh.
In the meantime, Darla, you can
You
relax
can
for the
kill
next
me
11 hours.
instantly.
I'll need your shirt and shoes.
Gotta get those viewers in.
Shoes and socks, please.
You just said
Seen
shoes.
this play before. What's the catch? Yes, well, that would be telling, wouldn't it?
Okay, that's 1. What's 2 and 3?
Oh, I really wouldn't know about the last 2 tests. I've never seen anyone survive the first one.
Oh. Good.
Best of luck.
Well, the show's called Angel, so I don't think he's gonna die here. Although, hell of a twist.
I need to see what's happening. Now.
If you insist. But please remember, you did ask.
She does, still show a great deal of care for him. Now she can genuinely feel those feelings, I guess. Whoa! He's half the man he was. Well, that's cheating. That's funny. Try it now, bitch! Oh, well that's mean. Is it like specifically designed for like, each individual? Or if you're just not a vampire, like test 2's a breeze?
Why don't you just kill him?
What we need to do now is just get bitten by a radioactive spider and then just go. Holy water. Shit! That's that's so mean! Why are you so mean? My goodness. It's like when you first go on the beach in your bare feet and the sand's too hot. Oh no. Oh dear.
My hat's off to you, sir.
Don't have a hat. Right.
What is this? We can't restore one life without taking another. You see? In order for Darla to live.
Should have read the terms and conditions.
Isn't the world a better place with you in it? You can save so many people. It seems she can barely save herself.
Well, syphilis will do that to you. Oh.
Angel.
Congratulations. You've passed the 3rd test. By accepting death.
Oh, okay.
I'm told no one's... She's been given new life once before. By supernatural means, yes?
They brought me back.
What are you saying? I can't help them. We had a bargain. She's earned a second
What a
chance.
shit test. Waste of my time.
Angel.
Oh dear. Oh man. I mean, they did put him through some shit for nothing.
I never saw it if I did bite you.
No.
We don't know what it would do to you.
No one's ever cared before. Not for me. It's all I need from you.
That's not enough.
Oh.
It is.
He always feels like he needs to give more.
Allow you
Maybe this is my second chance.
to die.
To die right.
Yes. To die. The way I was supposed to die in the first place.
Heavy.
Every moment you have left, I'm gonna be by your side.
Wow. Oh, hello. Oh! What on earth? What? She's gonna turn her. Well, shit. Oh god, look how... Oh. Lindsay? How did they get her involved? I mean, it's good to see her in, like, present day again, but... Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, that was a fantastic episode. I absolutely loved it. I'm so excited to see where they're going to take this now. I'm glad I'm doing more Angel next. Because I wouldn't have wanted to watch this one and then go back to Buffy. As much as I love Buffy, obviously. With that ending. Jeez. Don't even know where to start. Well, let's talk about the kind of background characters in this one, I guess, first. I liked Garden, you know, going around helping out Angel, tracking down Darla, stuff like that. It's still showing that he's very much kind of part of the team, but also not part of the team. Well, they're continuing with that, and he's still being quite helpful in everything. And, you know, Cordelia and Wesley had their funny moments. I particularly liked the bit where they were talking to Darla, saying, you know, if she tries anything, they'll hit her over the head with a heavy object. That was funny. Just a little dynamic between the two of them. I kind of get like a big brother and sister vibe from them, almost. They're like, they bicker like siblings anyway. And I quite like that. I think that's very funny. Their dynamic. And with this whole like Darla plot, they really aren't afraid of saying, you know, we need to focus on that. So Wesley and Cordelia might have to take the back seat. Which I think they've done with quite a few episodes this season in terms of the Darla thing. And that's not really a criticism. Because sometimes I think they balance it out. Because like episode 6 was a very Wesley heavy episode. I feel like I do want another like Cordelia-centric episode soon though. So I still feel like I want to see a lot more of her from the recent episodes. I mean, we've had like funny moments with her, like the last episode, her like stealing things and everything like that. But I'd love another Cordelia-centric episode, but I don't think we're going to get that for a little while because I really want to focus on this Darla thing. So I'm not mad that, you know, not all the characters are getting like loads of time to shine every time. Especially with Drusilla. That's exciting. Obviously we've seen her a bit recently anyway, but they've always been like flashback episodes, I think. I don't think we've seen her in like the present day since Buffy season 2, is that right? I think? Maybe? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we haven't seen her in like present day stuff for ages. Because we had her in Fall for Love, that was flashbacks. We had her in Darla, that was flashbacks. I think that's all we've really seen of her. So the fact that she's in present day and she's around and about, that's so cool. I love that they brought her into Angel as well. I'm so excited for that, to see her like interact with like having sired Darla now. How is Angel going to take that? You know, how is Cordelia and Wesley going to take this news and everything? It's going to be really, really cool to see where they go with this now, you know. It seemed like such a hopeful thing with Darla at the end. She's kind of like accepting her fate. And I like that she did that. She was kind of like accepting death at the end. And that's what Angel had to do in the last bit of the trial. I thought that was kind of interesting that she'd seen him accept death for that third part of the trial. And I think maybe seeing him do that allowed her to do it herself. I think she saw that strength in him. She kind of, via osmosis, I guess, she kind of took on some of that strength, and she realised how good and caring Angel was to her. And I think she's kind of paying him back in kind in that sense, because she has a soul now. She can feel those things. And what Angel was saying earlier to her in the episode, you know, if you like do this, you know, I can never leave you alone. As Cordelia was kind of saying, he's obsessed with her at the minute. And Darla accepting her death would be a way of freeing Angel from that obsession, and being kind to him in that respect, and the fact that he's kind of freeing him from the burden of never being able to leave her alone, I guess. and we had them talking about the fact that Angel can't leave her alone early on in the episode in like a very bad way and stuff like that. And this obsession, you know, it needs to be broken. And then that little scene before Lindsay fucked it all up and Drusilla come in, you know, Angel said, whatever time you've got left, I'll never leave you. You know, I'll stay by your side. And that's a positive and not happy, I guess, but a more wholesome way, I guess, of Angel, you know, never leaving Darla alone. I like how what it meant for Angel to always be by Darla's side changed as the episode went on, from obsession and that kind of horrible, negative kind of way to a really positive one. I really liked that kind of transition. I thought that was very, very well done. And the whole idea of the trial itself I thought was interesting. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget to talk about it. You know, beating that creature at the start, I thought it was very funny that, you know, he had to like keep the halves like separated, kind of like fucking Ronald, when they had to just let him fall to pieces and then put all these different pieces in different places. Very similar to that, except this wasn't as creepy, which is a positive in this sense because Ronald, fucking Ronald. So I liked that, and then the holy water thing with the key and the crosses all over. Angel does make himself suffer a lot, and he puts a lot on himself, you know. When he just lost it at the end and he thought there was no way of saving Darla as well, and they found out that they couldn't actually save her life because she'd been brought back through, you know, supernatural means before. I thought that was kind of a nice little twist, that they couldn't save her after all of that, or everything Angel kind of put himself through. So it's very true to the show, really. Angel puts himself through so much and suffers a lot, both inside and out. And at the end of the day, you know, there's still the battle to fight, and he still has problems to deal with, you know. He gets this prophecy, like, oh, maybe, you know, he can get, you know, his humanity back. And because he's fighting for that, and that's kind of his mission ever since the end of season 1, you know, knowing that if he kind of repents and gets his redemption, he might become human again. So of course he's not going to want to see Darla fight to be a vampire again, because she's got what he's fighting for already. And then there's just that twist of her having like syphilis and stuff, and that coming back, because that's what she was dying of, and the Master turned her. I liked that. That was kind of an interesting direction to take, because they'd already explored her having like a soul again, and what that was doing to her, tearing her up. And that was why she wanted to be bitten in the first place. She wanted freedom from that. That was even before she realised she was actually dying. So that became a matter of urgency for her to want that. I really liked seeing Darla's desperation in that. Just turning to any old stupid vampire in the hope that they turn her. I really enjoyed that, and how they built up the mystery throughout the episode of, you know, what was Darla reading in those files and stuff like that, and the reveal of it I thought was really cool. And bringing Lindsay into that as well, we have like these two guys who were at one point or another, you know, in love with Darla, or at least had these strong feelings for her. I liked seeing Lindsay kind of desperate to save her as well, and when Angel cottoned on to that fact, you know, it almost felt a bit more of a competition between the two of them, because that's just how it was. And it was a big episode about what Darla means to people, I think. So they very much saw how far Angel would go to save her, and in the flashbacks we kind of saw what, you know, she meant to him. And I like how they left those flashbacks off after it's always cool getting flashbacks, but when she just like abandoned him almost to die in that barn on fire, I thought that was a very interesting kind of little story to show, and a little snippet to show where, you know, she once again kind of gets the upper hand on him in their relationship, kind of like when he first got his soul back and she just cast him out, or when she like demanded he kill that baby to like prove that, you know, he was still her Angelus. A lot of the flashbacks we've seen, it's always been Darla is the one with the power, because obviously she sired him in the first place, so it makes sense she'd always have that power over him. And then in present day we kind of had it be the opposite way round, because Angel had to fight for her life, and then we get that ending twist where you think, oh, that's kind of a cool story that she's just accepted her fate. It's a really nice little bit of character development there, because she's been fighting to not die for so long, and now, yeah, I'm very excited to see where they take it now that Darla's a vampire again, and what Drusilla's going to bring. Hopefully she sticks around a bit, Drusilla. So I think that could be really, really cool to see what she does on Angel as like a villain. I'm really, really excited to see where they may take that and see what Vampire Darla's going to bring. You know, is the dynamic with her and Lindsay going to be the same now that she's a vampire? Probably not. It's all very intriguing like that, so I'm intrigued as to where they're going to go with all of that. And yeah, seeing the host guy turn up again, he's always fun to watch, so I'm glad that he came along, and the fact that we had Darla singing, that was very funny, very bizarre, because you know, we've had like the really comedic stuff really with the whole singing in karaoke in that bar, and it's always felt very separate to the heavy Darla plot, so the fact that they've kind of combined and Darla was there singing karaoke was really, really funny. I really liked that. That was the true trial of this episode, me having to sit through the karaoke. I love those scenes, really. Well, actually, I don't, really. The Darla had a nice voice, though. So, yeah. Seeing him again was really cool, and how they kind of talked about and tied up loose ends from, I think it was episode 6, was it? When he gave him the address of that guy to go to, because that's why Wesley had to pretend to be Angel, wasn't it? I like how they kind of tied up some loose ends from that. That's kind of funny, and really interesting stuff with him. So I'm glad that we keep seeing him. And yeah, just the whole exploration of the Angel and Darla connection and what they mean to each other, even if they have souls or don't, and how different things have been with them. Seeing what their relationship was like in those flashbacks, I thought was really cool, comparing it to what it's like now. And yeah, just seeing how much Angel is willing to punish himself and put himself through hell and never feel like he's done enough. That's a big thing with him, I think. I think it's easier sometimes to think, oh yeah, I haven't quite done enough to achieve my goal yet, or I haven't quite reached my dream yet. I think it's always easier to say that than actually saying, yeah, I've done enough, yeah, I've made it. Because if you reach that goal and you reach your destination, what then? You know, what then? What are you going to do next? And I think that might be a hard question for a lot of people to answer. Once you've got everything you need and everything you've ever wanted, is it even worth it from that point? Because you're never going to want anything ever again. So I think that's kind of an interesting thing with Angel's quest for redemption. Is it ever going to be enough for him? Because if he ever does get what he wants, is it going to be, you know, what he wanted it to be? Or is it for the best that he just spends his existence righting wrongs and fighting demons and doing good for the world, like the guy running the trials was kind of telling him, you know, how much good he's done for the world. I like that they kind of had that message in there as well. And even when, you know, they couldn't save Darla at the end of the trial and he just loses it and beats up that poor column. What did that column do to you? Angel's like the master of punishing himself and blaming himself. So it was kind of cool to see him break down that way. And I just really like what they kind of explored with that whole kind of topic in this episode. I thought it was very, very well done. And yeah, I'm very excited to see where we take things now that Darla's a vampire again and Drusilla's around. Oh boy, I think that'd be quite, that could be quite exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing where that's going to go next. And yeah, fantastic episode. Absolutely loved it. Loved all the Angel and Darla focus. I loved the idea of the trials and Angel punishing himself. That ending was insane. I loved it. And yeah, where do we go from here? I'm very excited to find out. Yeah, fantastic episode. Absolutely loved it. And my next reaction will be to Angel, Season 2, Episode 10. And I'm very, very excited to check that out. So yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.